Hi friends, welcome back. I am so glad you're here and I'm excited to share with you some of the meals that I eat that have been really helping me on my weight loss journey. So before I get into that, I should mention that I have a calorie range of about 1,500 to 1,700 calories a day. And that may seem high to some of you. Basically, I kind of came to that number because I listened to, her name is Dr. Gabrielle Lyons. She has a podcast that's also on YouTube, and she's very smart, very knowledgeable, and she has a very easy, simple way of figuring out how many calories you should be having. And it's basically multiplying 12 or 13 by your ideal body weight. So when I multiplied, I should also mention that I don't have an ideal body weight. I'm pretty much just focusing on getting my body fat percentage to the ideal range, whatever that weight ends up being, I'm fine with. So, but for the purpose of trying to figure this out, I estimated that maybe that would be at about 130 pounds. So when I multiply 12 by 130, I get 1,560. And so that would be like my low end of the calorie range. And when I multiply it by 13, I forgot, I didn't write it down, but I round up to 1,700 to make it easy. So that would be the high range. So 1,500 to 1,700 calories per day. I also exercise 5 days a week. So I strength train 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then on the off days, I do some special abdominal exercises to help heal my diastasis recti, because as you might know, I've had 10 kids and they have absolutely wrecked my core. So I'm trying to close that gap. I also walk on my walking pad on those off days. So I'm pretty active. Let's see, anything else that's important information? I'm 5'5", in case that's relevant to you. But yeah, so, oh, and also I should mention, I'm on 5 milligrams of Zepbound. I've been on that for like 5 months. And my name is Jill. If you're new here, I'm sorry, that's very rude. But I'm trying to rush through this. I'm kind of a little bit in a hurry. I'm trying to get so many things done today. We're leaving for a couple of days on vacation. And it's a crazy long story, but yesterday I was outside helping my husband for hours, just helping him. He's building a woodshed, and not like a cute little woodshed. Like, this thing is massive. It's 48 feet long, and I don't even know how deep it is, maybe like 16 feet maybe. And so I was helping him with that. We had these like really big posts that some of them were like 18 feet tall, and they were just so heavy and kind of hard to maneuver. But we were, first we were digging holes to get the posts in, and our soil is like really rocky. And so it's not like, you dig and it's just like dirt. There's like tons of rocks that are just, it's like gravel. Like our soil is like an inch of actual like dirt and soil, and like the rest is just boulders, So I was helping him with that, and by the time that was done, I had to quickly run out to Walmart and get some things that I needed for the trip. But because it was already late, it was already like 8 o'clock, and I'm trying to rush because I still hadn't even made dinner, I forgot a couple of things that I needed to get. So I need to actually go back to Walmart today, which I was avoiding because it's a Saturday and I just didn't want to go there on a Saturday. But so I'm doing that, and then of course just cleaning the house before we go away, because I don't know about you, but I hate going on vacation and coming back home to like a messy house. And then also my daughter, my oldest daughter, is coming to visit the very next day after we get back. So, and we're all very excited about that because we have not seen her since Christmas. So it's been a long time. So lots going on, but I did want to just film this video because I'm excited to share what I eat. So anyway, we'll start with Monday. Enough blabbering. Monday, I had a burger bowl, and I actually did a video on this before. It's so easy, but if you really want to like see the details of it, you can go check that out. I'll link it in the description. But I absolutely love burger bowls just because of how easy they are and how quick they come together. And of course, they taste really good. So I use 90% lean ground beef, and I made enough for 2 recipes. So this one and what I ate the next day. But For this recipe, I used about a cup of ground beef, which comes to about 300 calories and 35 grams of protein. And then for the special sauce, so I actually don't count the calories in like the lettuce, the spinach, tomato, onion, pickles. It's negligible, so I don't even bother like figuring that out. So the special sauce that I made is half a cup of Greek yogurt, and then I added this special, I say special a lot, don't I? I added this sauce, this like marinade, and I really like the way it tastes, but it's pretty spicy, so you just need like the tiniest bit. And I also added some mustard. And all together, this meal came to 46 grams of protein and 420 calories. So definitely low calorie. Now, you could sprinkle in a little cheese. You have to be careful with that because the cheese adds calories like so quickly. The only reason why I didn't is because I didn't have any grated and I just didn't want to grate cheese. So, but I definitely would have grated the cheese if I had more ambition. But anyway, that was on Monday. The following day, so Tuesday, I had the leftover ground beef and I made a taco salad. Again, another recipe that comes together super, super fast. I absolutely love making taco salad and it tastes excellent. It tastes amazing. The ground beef, I used about a cup for that as well. And that was, again, 35 grams of protein, 300 calories. I used half a cup of black beans, and that gave me an additional 8 grams of protein and 120 calories. And I used half an avocado, which I should mention, the avocados are great. They have tons of potassium, fiber, magnesium, but they are kind of high in calorie. But they have a lot of healthy fats, and I absolutely love avocados. So I eat about half an avocado a day. Sometimes I'll eat like the whole avocado. You know, if it can fit into like my calorie allowance, I'll absolutely eat the whole avocado. I'm not worried about the fats in it or anything like that. And I should mention something about the avocado. Kind of off topic, but if you are drinking electrolytes because you feel like you need to, because it's part of the journey, because there's a lot of talk about electrolytes in the GLP-1 community, I want to just give you something to think about. You don't have to drink electrolytes. I'm not really sure why it's become so popular to recommend drinking electrolytes when you're on a GLP-1 medication. I really don't see a connection between the medication that we're on and needing to drink electrolytes. I think you can absolutely get some of the minerals that are in electrolytes just by eating food, you know. So some of my favorite ways of getting the minerals that are in electrolytes are, again, avocado, bananas, spinach, coconut water. I love coconut water. I should probably drink that more often. Watermelon, almonds. There's a lot of different foods that have the same minerals that are in electrolytes, but the advantage is that they usually tend to be lower in sodium. Electrolytes have sodium in it, and most of the time we don't really need help getting sodium in our diets. Like we pretty much, I would say most people are adequate in that. So you do have to be careful because you don't want to have too much sodium in your diet. And it's easy to get that if you're like drinking it, you know. So I would say some electrolytes are better than others, and some don't have as much sugar and as much sodium as others, but those tend to be the more expensive kind. So if you're thinking that you need to spend this money on like the better quality electrolytes, I would just, you know, like I said, just a little tip, like you don't need to drink those minerals. You could actually just consume them in food that you probably already eat. So go on Google, figure out like, you know, what foods that you wouldn't mind eating or that you're already eating have these minerals. And I'm sure that you're probably getting at least what you need or close to it just from the food that you eat. Me personally, I feel like electrolytes should be for people that are outside working in the sun. Like yesterday when I was outside helping my husband, I absolutely felt like I was just thinking like, man, I wish I had some electrolytes because I could feel the life draining from me. I was outside, well, me and him, we were outside, we were doing all this work, and we were part of the time in the shade, but the rest of it was in the sun, and I just felt like, you know, I needed that hydration. But typically I don't need electrolytes, and I strength train, but I'm not an athlete, so I'm not getting my body to the point where I need to like replenish all these fluids and minerals. My day-to-day life, water is just fine, and the food that I eat. So that's just my advice. I'm not trying to step on any toes, but it's just for people that feel that they need to buy, like go out and buy these things. It's really not necessary. If you're happy drinking your electrolytes, then go ahead and do that. More power to you. This is, like I said, just for the people that felt that, you know, this is something that they had to do if they're on this medication. But anyhow, sorry about that rabbit hole. Again, I don't count the calories in the lettuce and all of that. So I did add a dollop of Greek yogurt, sort of like instead of sour cream, which is what people mostly put on tacos or taco salad. I didn't measure exactly how much I used, but it was probably like 2 tablespoons worth of Greek yogurt. So let's just say it was like a 1/4 cup. That equaled 47 calories and 3 grams of carbs, 3 grams of protein. I don't even think it was a 1/4 cup, but let's just round it up. And then a sprinkle of cheddar cheese. Now, like I'd mentioned with the burger bowl, you do have to be careful with the cheddar cheese. This night, I guess I wasn't feeling so tired, and I decided to grate like a little bit of cheddar cheese for myself. Oh, I think I was making chili for everybody else, and so I was going to grate the cheese anyway. Yeah, that makes more sense, because I didn't think I'd go through the trouble of grating cheese just for me. But so I would estimate, because I didn't measure, I think it was probably like 1/2 ounce, and if it was, that was 60 calories and 4 grams of protein. So it definitely adds up. I also remembered that I had these tortilla strips in the pantry that we had like for ages, and I decided I just wanted to have it with my taco salad. So I did measure those, and that was 35 calories for 7 grams. So you could see just like a really tiny bit, but I just felt like I just wanted to work. So I had the cheese and I had the tortilla strips, and it was really good. I should mention, if you're trying to kind of really watch your calories and you don't want to waste extra calories on like the tortilla strips, for instance, or the cheddar cheese, or even the Greek yogurt on top, what you can do is, instead of that, is use enchilada sauce. Like drizzle that over your taco salad. It tastes great, and the best part about it, it's super low calories. So I think for 1/2 cup, it's 15 calories. So you know, 1/2 cup is a decent amount too. So it'll really, like, if you're one of these people that don't like dry food, like my husband likes to drench everything in sauce of some form or another. If you're one of those people, then probably enchilada sauce is the way to go. Another idea is salsa. You could add salsa to it. So altogether, this meal came to 52 grams of protein, and the calorie count is a little high, 722 calories. Now, again, I do try to keep my calories between 500 and 700. So this is just slightly over like the top range, but it kind of balances out, because then the night before that, I only had 420 calories for dinner. So I'm not too concerned about it. It's more like a cumulative effect, like at the end of the week, that matters more than like one particular meal, in my opinion. Wednesday, what did I have on Wednesday? Oh, Wednesday I made a beef fajita, and I'm not a huge fan of fajitas, and I think it's because I mostly like peppers raw. I actually don't mind the way they taste raw. I don't really I don't really love the way they taste when they're cooked, but I decided that I had some frozen peppers in the fridge, and I just didn't know what else to make. So I decided to just, I was making chili for everybody, and I really didn't feel like having chili. So what I did was I make the chili with ground beef, but I had these 2 chuck steaks, and I cooked that up, and I cut them into like little pieces, and I added that to the chili for just extra flavor. And then I did set some aside for myself that was cut in strips. So for the beef fajita, the chuck steak came to about 310 calories. I did weigh it. I just don't remember what it, I think it was 6 ounces. I'm sorry, I don't remember what it was, but whatever I weighed, I Googled it, and it came to calories, because that's what I have written down, and 28 grams of protein. And then I use these low carb mission tortillas, which I absolutely love. It's only 110 calories and it's a pretty decent size, and it has 8 grams of protein and tons of fiber, which is also important in helping to keep you full. The next day was Thursday and I had a chicken salad, and out of these meals, the chicken salad is probably like my most favorite and probably the one that I make the most. Again, I don't count the calories in like the lettuce, tomato, onion, spinach, or anything like that. I also don't normally bread the chicken. I just felt like in the mood to have it that way. But I did look at the back of the nutritional label, and it was 100 calories for a quarter cup. So I said, okay, well, I'm just going to use a quarter cup and stretch it as much as I can. So I had 8 ounces of raw chicken. When it was all said and done and it was cooked, it came to about 6 ounces. So it is important when you're calculating your food that you're using the cooked weight. Like if you're using a food scale, that you're using the cooked weight and not the raw weight. So chicken will lose about 25% of its weight. So I started off with 8 ounces. It went down to 6 ounces, which, you know, finding like the nutritional value of chicken breasts on the internet is crazy. Like there's all sorts of numbers, and I'm just going to say it was 200 calories because that was sort of like in the middle of everything that I was finding. So we'll say that that was 200 calories and 42 grams of protein. I did need to use a little bit of olive oil so I can fry them on the pan. And I used a tablespoon of olive oil for that, and that was 119 calories. Again, I had half an avocado, so that's 160 calories, and it only has 2 grams of protein, but I don't really eat it for the protein. I mostly eat it for magnesium, potassium, and fiber. And then I decided to make like a, I guess you could say, dressing for it out of cottage cheese. Now, I was feeling lazy, but if you really want to make this taste more like a dressing, I would say you should blend the cottage cheese to kind of get all the curds out. I just didn't feel like doing that and going through the extra step. It was late and I was tired, but this is like my favorite seasoning as far as like you've seen me use this in like my other videos. I'll usually mix it into Greek yogurt, but I absolutely love it. It's so bad. I keep forgetting I need to buy another one when I go into Sam's Club, and I just always forget. But this is like so dry and dehydrated, so I'm always like having to scrape it up and break it up because it's like so hard. But I mix it into the cottage cheese and it actually tastes amazing, and you could even use it almost like a dip. I did try it once with a packet of not French onion, ranch seasoning, and it tasted amazing, and I dipped the chicken in that. Yeah, I thought it tasted great, but it's really a good way of getting extra protein. So that half a cup of cottage cheese came to 120 calories and 13 grams of protein. So altogether that came to 699 calories. So again, a little on the higher end, and 57 grams of protein. So I think the lowest, so all of these were high protein. All of them were for sure more than 30 grams of protein per meal. I think the lowest amount of protein was for the beef fajita, and that had 36. So all the rest had, the chicken salad was 57, the beef fajita was 36, the taco salad was, what was the taco salad? 52, and the burger bowl was 46. So, yeah, I think, you know, those are all pretty good high protein meals. Friday, which was yesterday, was the day that I was helping my husband. And so I was just so tired after helping him. Like I mentioned, I ran out to Walmart, and I had intended to just go through the drive-thru. I wanted to go to McDonald's and not to get fries or burgers or anything like that, but I was just craving a mango pineapple smoothie, and I was just gonna get that, and that was gonna be my dinner, and I was gonna be content with that, just because I don't know if this ever happens, like you're working a lot and you have like, you feel really hungry, but then that moment passes, and I don't know if it's a combination of just being like dehydrated and exhausted. Like I didn't even feel like having food. I just wanted a smoothie, and that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. I was going to be fine just having a smoothie, but I forgot to get that. So when I came home, I had picked up some frozen meatballs because I wasn't about to make dinner at like 9:30, or it was probably closer to 10 by the time I got home. So I had just picked up some frozen meatballs, and I had I think I had some leftover. I had a combination. I had like bread. So some people had like meatball subs. I had mashed potatoes, and I had some like plain spaghetti. So people had it different ways. But I ended up eating 4 meatballs for dinner that night. I just really wasn't. I wasn't hungry. I just didn't want like food. I really wanted my smoothie. And I forgot what the package said. I think it was something like 250 calories or something for 4. So sorry I didn't, plan something out. I think if I had had more time that day, I probably would have just done like another chicken salad. But yeah, so I mean, keeping it real here. So I hope that you found those meals helpful. I hope they gave you some ideas, and hopefully they showed you that you don't have to like come up with like all these kinds of different recipes just to get your protein in. It can really just be as simple as adding more meat to food that you already eat. It's not complicated at all. I don't do things complicated. So, but anyway, that is it, guys. I am going to head inside and get started with a couple of things that I need to do, and then going back to Walmart. So it is Saturday today. You guys are watching this probably on Wednesday. So I won't wish you a great weekend, but I'll wish you a great rest of your week. So I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.